welcome along to a video. It's a bit delayed, some of the Teesside stuff, because unfortunately the week after Teesside I went over to Ireland with some of the Freetech lads and some other lads on bikes. So like some lads from AD Motors, met my own team, IRS, and then Ian and Reece Todd, and unfortunately I had an accident. Broke my back, broke my collarbone and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, I've been out of the game for a while, but with it being August bank holiday weekend, I thought, well, got nothing else to do, I'll put a little video together, so hopefully I can get this out sometime this week. So that's the reason for the delay. Hopefully you can see how Teesside went, and I've also got a little bit of footage from Rowah. Alright, enjoy. Teesside, practice day on the Friday, that's beautiful weather. She's actually out on the bike, and was the first to take it out. We've made some upgrades on the bike as well in the morning, put a new rear shock in, one of the YTS units, and some new gear sets on it. I prefer it did transform the bike, to be honest. All of us got off it and went, wow, that's miles better to ride. Got a little bit on board here with Ashley as well. Just took a few clips of all four of us really riding the bikes on Friday. Now there would be one sort of mishap on the Friday. We'll see that in a little bit when we get up to there. This is Andy Daniels out on his bike, he's out on the Suzuki from AD Motors. That's how it's all done. There's Gary from AD Motors just overtaking Dave when he was out on the bike. A bit of on-board footage with Dave. So I did say there was a little mishap, and it was on the Friday. Ashley took the bike out, decided he wanted to try and get his knee down, so he borrowed some knee sliders from myself and really made an effort. I said, well, put the camera on looking back so you can see how far away you are, how close you're getting, and obviously you can make a difference to your body position. As you can see, we were getting closer and closer with it. But eventually, with everything, he would get so close that he would get his elbow out, his shoulder down, his head down, a lot. Oh dear. Not to worry though. The snooker balls that we have for sliders, for the crash protection, crash bobbins, they would do the job, work really well. We'd get the back into the pits and really minimal damage. As you can see, a couple of scuts on the teats, a few on the furrings, a little bit on the end of our new foot pegs. Dave was next to get out on the bike, a little bit on board footage with him, and we'd think that we'd got away with sorting everything out when this would happen now. Chain off. So whether that was due to the fall, maybe it was, but yeah, the split link popped out, chain off, and we rolled to a stop. No biggie. The morning race day. There'll be a practice session in the morning, so Ash and Dave will take the bike out in the morning, see Ash out on it. Taking it a little bit more cautious after his tumble the day before, and soon get back into it. Ashy would stop in that session due to the furring becoming loose. A couple of bolts would work the way out. Soon get it fixed up and get Dave back on the bike for the rest of the session. Here he is on board. Another practice session that would roll into the qualifying, to the last 5 minutes of that being the qualifying session. Actually, would start that session and then swap over on the bike itself. This is me getting in for a couple of laps, and it was really busy out on circuit. Now the green lights have come on to indicate that the qualifying had started, but I'm not sure that everybody was quite aware of this, because I have a bit of a moment here because the bike in front of me is just going a bit slower than I thought he might be, considering the qualifying had started. But it was a little bit of a scary moment where I locked the front. And here's that moment just from the camera on the other side. As I say, it just catches me out and I have to stand it up. Here is on board my first real attempt at a qualifying lap, and this did end up actually being my fastest lap. I got 3 laps in the qualifying. I did think the third lap was going to be quicker, but I did run into a yellow flag and then I rided out, and unfortunately slowed me up a little bit. This on board now down the back straight and through the flip flaps. Onto South Bank, around this big long sweeper. My favourite corner on the circuit. Come round, down, over the line. That's 1 lap complete. We qualified 44th. So this is down, got the bike on there, fire warmers on, fan clubs here, so there's Ashley and his daughter and a couple of her friends. And now the start. Now I would have liked to have some on board, and because I normally sort the
camera out, and obviously I was starting the race. I didn't press record on it, unfortunately, so I missed any onboards from the beginning. That's not the quickest getaway you'll ever see. Everyone halfway around the first lap. And you can see really busy in the lap. But as we had these first couple of laps, it'd be nice and dry, and everybody out on the slick tyres, everything be going nice. But overhead was a big dark cloud coming. I think lap 6 to 8, the raindrops would start, and pretty much everybody in the field would be coming in tyre swap. But in those dry laps, made up quite a good number of places, got us to 35th. The rain had started. You can see the drops on the camera in to get wet tyres. And these have been my first couple of laps out on the bike, getting used to riding in the rain, really, riding on wet tyres, because it was new to myself. Because when we came here, Teesside for the first round, we did get some rain, but literally just the way the session fell, I spent most of my time where the track was dry, it was pretty much a dry line. But I did find, you know, if you was a little bit braver on it, pushed a bit more. If you looked at some of the fast lads, they were still going in and getting the knee down, so I was thinking there's more grip than what you think, so just tried to push on a little bit. Finished my little stint down 27th place, which I didn't think was too bad, and I would hand the bike over to Ashy. Unfortunately, a lot of the onboard footage, the weather would have raindrops on the lenses, so we lose a lot of it. Not what I can. This is Ashley out on his stint, and he was doing really well. He would run us up to 23rd place. The wet would catch him out, because once you get on them curbs, there isn't much grip. Just to find out that is the case. just pushing a little bit too much and being a little bit greedy when disaster strikes. Oh dear. Let's get that back to the pits and have a look at it. So we get the bike fixed up, get Dave to jump on it and do his first stint of the race. Unfortunately, being off the bike like that, we dropped down to 49th from 23rd. Disaster would strike again. We had a problem with the belly pump, so he's being pulled off to one side, rubbing and slowly make his way back round, pull off. We just removed the belly pump, get him back out as you can see, the bike running now. Dave would complete his run and he'd battle his way back up to 46th place, and then Andy would take the bike out and he'd also gain us another place in his efforts. Unfortunately, we didn't get any usable footage when Andy was on the bike, and then it would go myself out for my second stint to the race, which we're on board with now. I would finish my second and last stint on the bike and I would gain us another place. We would be up to 43rd place by that point, and then I would hand the bike back over to Ashley for his last stint. So this is back on board now with Ashley, and you see it's started to rain again. We've started to get a little bit bad for raindrops and visibility. To battle round, and again he would gain us another place, so we would get up to 42nd. David get out for his last stint. He would hold that 42nd place, and finally Andy would get on the bike finished the race off, bringing us home in 40th place. We would go to Rowah the day before the 24-hour, the test day, take our bike out there. We'd also go up with Gary from AD Motors. He would bring the Suzuki up and we would help him out in the pits. There's the two of them on track. Got our bike there and Gary just following behind. Obviously I wouldn't be riding the bike due to my injuries, but 3 lads from our team and Gary on his bike would be out. And it was a cracking day. Weather was kind of good, like it was on the 24-hour. It's the first time we've been up to Rowah on the track. The lads seem to really enjoy it. Slow-mo with Dave there. Somebody having a fall. I was a bit gutted that I couldn't have a go myself on it because the track looked really good. It looks nice and twisty. I think it probably suit our Yamaha. It's not got the same power as the Suzuki's in a straight line. Quite enjoyable to ride around this circuit. Unfortunately that's it for this video. We'll be back, we'll be at February. I'll have to be racing, I won't, but I shall be there and we'll enjoy it, and I'll get some footage.